Hello everyone. So in this video, I'm going to show you a little bit about the interface of Covidence. So if you go to covidence.org, it is very powerful systematic review software that allow you to import references or records from database that you can search, like Scopus or Web of Science, and then you can start screening. Now, the purpose of this video is not about the whole process, but it's more like the introduction to the interface, the user interface of it, and what are the component section, and we will touch upon the setting up of the interview as well, of the review as well. Right. So first you need to go to the covidence.org, and then you need to click login. If I click on another one, you basically need to click login and then enter your credential, and then you can come into the review that you have. Okay. Now you have a list of review. For example, I have a list of review, and I click on one of them. Okay. So either you created a review on yourself, or somebody invited you to a review. Okay. Now, again, the purpose is to introduce you to the interface of it. So what we have is at the title of the review on top left, and then we got a setting, the Prisma, the exports. The Prisma is more like it will generate a diagram for you that keep track of all of the records, the numbers of included studies, the number of excluded study, and what reason. So that's the purpose. The first step is, now if you look at this, we have the import preferences, the title and abstract, full text review, and extraction. This is also the stages of a systematic review. So for Covidence, you need to import the references first. As you see that I have import twice from different sources. To do that, you just need to click import, and then you click on now what stage of it. Usually you will import into the screen, and then you choose the file. The optional is whether you want to indicate whether you download the records from Scopus, you search and download it from Scopus or website or any other one, but it's optional. Right, once you select the file, and then you click import. Because I'm already done that, so I will skip that for now. Yeah, so again, in the import preference, if you want, you can have a look at this. So this is the history, import history. Now, what Covidence also do is that it will deduplicate the records for you, so which is quite nice. It's quite effective as well, right? Now, once you successfully imported all references, you can see how many study for you to screen. Okay, right here. So I have like more than 1,000, but then the number after deduplicating it will be like 1,029 something, right? So you can start to click on continue, and you can start to screen. Okay. Now for the setting, there's a couple of options in settings. You can click on setting to this is the review setting, where you can see you can set how many reviewer required for screen. In this case, I'll just set it to 1, but usually in health science you need to set it to 2. But in my case, I'm just doing a demo, so I'm setting it for 1, and then you can select the type, the question type, and the area of it. You want to click save. All right. Okay, so the next thing is the reviewers, where you can add or invite new reviewers. All right. Or remove existing reviewer. Okay, so that's it for the reviewer. And then for the team setting, well, basically team setting is just to track the progress. Now, the next step is eligibility criteria, where you can add in what type of population that you're looking for in your review, what is the intervention, comparator outcomes, study characteristics, and other, right? And this is the inclusion criteria and this is the exclusion criteria. Okay, and the last one is the study tag. Study tag when you screen, and you can, if you think the study in intervention, you can tag it at intervention. If it's a review, you can create a tag called review, and you should tag it as review. Or if you are not sure, you can just tag it at any tag that you like. Okay, the value of using tag is that later on you can retrieve certain study by certain tag, so that's quite useful. Now, what I'm trying to also show you is that if you click on the screen, you will see that for each round you see title and abstract. For example, we are at the title and abstract screening. Well, you see that there's a couple options here. So the author, it will only use the surname of the first author. There may be like 3 or 4, but it will only use the first author surname and then the year as an index, and then the title, and then you got the doy and the abstract. You can add notes, and then other members of the review team can see your notes. Okay, you can check the history. Right now I didn't do anything, so there's no history there. If it's a duplicate that Covidence missed, which is, there are many cases that we will miss because of the capitalize of the title, capitalization, or it missed something from the title. So if you think it's a duplicate, and you can click duplicate. All right, now you can choose to display how many study on the page. You can choose to sort by title, by author, by most recent, most relevant. The most relevant is quite interesting because Covidence have implemented artificial intelligence to it's based on your decision, and it will track and then recommend most relevant or most relevant study based on the criteria and based on your decision. So this is something that's quite interesting, although I'm not really sure if the effectiveness of it or the efficiency of it if you use it for review. All right. Something here I like to indicate that you can add criteria or add highlights. So highlights, well, add criteria will lead you to the exact page that I just showed you a bit earlier about what are the inclusion, what are the exclusion. Add highlight it just helps with the visibility. It helps with the screening. So if you click on add highlight, for example, now, well, actually it is in the same page with the eligibility criteria. For example, this review is about the language teaching methodology. So what I can do is the population is can be teacher, for example, or learner. Okay, language teacher or language learner. If I say English language teacher, English language learner. Okay, so, and then if excludes is that if you don't think well, usually when you screen you will see inside and you can start to add more, but exclusion if other population, for example. So that's for the criteria. Intervention, I can add well, intervention, pedagogical intervention, and if no intervention or non-pedagogical intervention, because there are different types of intervention, right? So I want to click save. There's a lot more, but for the demo I'm not going to ask all of them. Now for the highlights, what you can do is that if you think teacher is a good word to highlight because it is relevant to review, you can add that. If you think English is also a good word to highlight for the inclusion, it will highlight it in green. Okay, and then experiments, because we're looking for experiments, so it can be experiment. If you don't like study about perceptions or opinion because you don't think it is fit the scope of your review, you can add it here. For example, if you say perception, you don't think perception is good, or and then if you're not looking for qualitative study because they are an interview and they're not really discuss the effectiveness of an intervention, then you can add qualitative to the exclusion. right? So this is a jittery mode. So you done and click done, and then you click save again, and then you go back to the the screening page, and then you click on continue, and let's have a look to see. Yes, now you see that it's highlighted in green for you, those that you select to be relevant, and it's highlighted in red if those is indicating of that in the exclusion criteria. All right. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much. Now we got the resolve conflicts. If there are two, if you set the review as is required two screeners, and then if they make different decision, it will show here. Okay. If not, then it's not a problem. These are the other one. If just for records, you can check what are the studies that have been excluded, what are studies that you screen but the other have not screened in the case of two reviewers. The last thing, you can search for study right here. You can click on this one, and then you can search for a certain study right here. And when you finish the journal abstract, you can go to the full text review. Those that you screen in, then you can go to the full text. It's called full text because in the journal abstract you can only see the abstract and the title. There's no full text. But in the full text, for example, I click this one in. I want to look for any study that look really in for me. What case study? No. If I click intervention, if I click experiment, so for example, this one said experiment maybe. Now, for example, I click yes on this, and what you can do is just to go to the full text. I just want to show you what's the full text look like. So if you go to the full text right here, we have one because I just click it's in. Now in the full text round, you're gonna upload the full text right here, okay, and then you can make include decision or exclude. If you click exclude, you need to provide a reason. Okay, so these you can edit the list to suit your review. This one is more like a health sign, so wrong dose, wrong indication, probably not. So you're gonna just remove them and then add your wrong right here. All right. Yeah, I think that's pretty much for our walking through of the Covidence review. Again, maybe have a check. The most important is that check your topic of the review, and then to ensure that you enter the inclusion and exclusion criteria, and that's pretty much that's it. One last note is that you can actually review the criteria or hide it as you go, right? So this is quite convenient. And there's a filter function as well. You can select whether you want to search for a certain word. Like if I search for the word case, and then I click enter, and then study, and then I click add to it, and then I click filter, it will show me there are 77 studies that have the word case study. All right, so this is a good way to help you to expedite the screening process. All right, thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now.